I'm going to put you in the hospital. Let me tell you something. You're going to take this goddamn picture. You're going to take this damn picture, girl.
Oh my gosh. Welcome to our next episode of No Unsolicited Advice. I'm Sade, your host, and these are my co-hosts, Stephen and Craig.
Right.
Please remember, our advice, take it with a grain of salt. We are just your average Joe Schmoes. I'm your Joe. These are my Schmoes. We are not professionals. If you need professional help, this is not the forum for it. Go find it elsewhere. So today's story asked, should I break up with my girlfriend? All right, guys, time to give our solicited advice because they're asking. Recently, I ran into my childhood crush. I haven't seen her in over 40 years. So when I saw her again, the attraction was instant. I was in town for a couple of days, and during the time that I was there, we spoke, spent the entire time together, ate, held hands, and it was wonderful. I was so nostalgic. I even asked her to come and live with me. At the time, she informed me that she did have a boyfriend of 10 years, but it was on the outs. She said she was ready to leave him, and she didn't like him, and they had no kind of a relationship, not even sexually, in 5 years. The last day I was in town, me and her were together, and her ex was blowing her phone up, and she refused to answer. To make a long story short, a few days passed, and she informed me she was now single, even showing me her bags that she packed, showing me she moved out. We immediately moved forward. In other words, she was now my girlfriend. It was wonderful. I asked her a few times, has he reached out? And she informed me on many occasions that he just let her go. No communication at all. So a few weeks went by and she still says nothing. So one day, while she was scrolling on her phone with me, I saw a recent picture of him and I questioned her about it. She said he popped up one day and asked me to take a picture of him for his daughter. After that, more things started to come out. He had been reaching out. And she had lied to me many times. Even though she told me that nothing has happened, it was still a lie and a broken promise. Should I be mad about the many lies about him and promises that she made, saying she would tell me if he had reached out?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
That's it.
I was like, are we still going? Okay.
No, that's it.
Okay.
There's a lot to unpack here. Like, to me, the very first thing to unpack is how quickly things progress. Like, the fact that she was in a relationship with somebody for 10 years and then just dropped him like a bag of hot socks. Like, that's weird in itself to me. Thoughts?
I mean,
thoughts?
I don't know. Are we simping over here? Or is this guy a simp? What's happening?
You talking about the guy in the story?
You think the guy's a simp? Yeah. What is Steve coming?
I don't know. That's sometimes we got to protect ourselves because I don't know. It's if this guy, out of 10 years and out of the blue, she drops him. And once again, I still say a lot of stuff is 50-50. If y'all ain't had no real life, sex life, intimate kind of life, that's going both ways. There's something going on.
But they lived together too.
And they lived together.
That's one thing. Like, she can say all she wants to, that there was no relationship, but they lived together. So obviously there was some kind of relationship, even if they'd stopped having sex. If you're living in the same dwelling space as somebody that for 5 years you were having sex. So say for, maybe he had some health conditions and that stopped the sex for a period of time.
And that could.
That's still, you're living together. Still.
Yeah. But and to drop it in no time It's like, oh, and if it's, and I get it. It's like, well, it's on the way out the door. So that's, and you
I
want to
mean,
believe
sometimes,
people.
Yes, you
And
want
as
to believe people.
you love to, I don't know, especially no matter who it is, whether it's the guy, whether it's the girl, when somebody says something that you love and you want to hear,
Mm.
you want to believe it. So you take it because you want to hear it. That's what you're going to lean towards. And a lot of times the evidence don't add up to you should lean toward that.
Yeah, and the fact that she's been lying now. So it makes me question, like, have you spoken to him about their relationship? Because if you haven't spoken to him about their relationship and now she's lying to you, it's like, are you repeating a pattern? Like, are you used to dysfunction and you're bringing that dysfunction into the new relationship? I think that you don't, to me, in my opinion, I've said this before, you don't need to have a reason to break up with somebody. If somebody is doing or saying things to garner distrust in a relationship, you don't have to have a good reason.
Well, isn't that a reason though?
It is a reason to me, but if you don't like the person, if you like, oh, their breath stinks in the morning and I don't want to have to deal with that, then break up with them. Like, I don't think there has to be if you're not married, to me, you don't have to have a good reason to break up with them.
let me interject. So I would have a couple of questions for you all. So
Okay.
so let's just say my thought process behind it would be, you know, maybe she did want a way out, but like it's been 10 years, right? And do you expect it, to just be done after like a day, like, to start like that? I mean, shouldn't some of this stuff should be expected? And could it be that, in her own little way, that was her way of maybe trying to protect the situation, the new situation? Is that a thing?
I don't think lying is ever protecting anything. Like, temporarily, it might, but once the
Well,
truth
I mean,
comes out,
That's the thing about temporary lies, and as they call them, white lies. And I told the lie
lies.
first. It's a time limit on those. And if you don't jump out in front of it, if you don't go, hey, hold on, before you go in that room, you gotta, like, before that happens, you gotta go, hey, listen, let me talk to you about something in that room over there.
Right.
You gotta gradually go into it. But if you just, he's never going to go near that room, or she's never going to go near that room, so let's just keep it going, and let's just keep it going. I just want to enjoy this, and I just want everything. And if it's built on a lie, it cannot last forever. Those temporary lies and all that stuff, it's not going to last forever. So you got to hurry up, get ahead of that, and ease that person into, hey, you remember, you still love me, right? You love me, right? Yeah. So
there's
about that room.
there's two dysfunctional things within this one story. One, the fact that in one single trip, you hadn't seen this person in 40 years, and the first time you meet that trip, you ask her to move in with you.
Had the hots for her. Still had the hots.
You ain't really take the time to get to know who this person has become in 40 years. Like, yeah, she might still look good, but is the inside good?
That ain't what that Just for Men, that blue pill was saying. That's not what it was saying. It was saying, ma'am, you still jiggle like you used to.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, according to the story, I'm sure she didn't say they did something that first time, did she?
No, I mean, there was nothing about actually doing anything, but the fact that you're ready, you are so ready and willing to commit to somebody that quickly, to me shows like maybe you just aren't really, it just shows an unhealthy attachment to me.
Okay, unhealthy attachment. Explain to who exactly?
To the person that you just met out of the blue after 40
okay.
years that is in a relationship already, and you're like, hey, I
you're
still
saying
like
he
you
has
after
a unhealthy attachment.
Yes, he has an unhealthy attachment, and she's just dysfunctional because someone who was already in a committed relationship, whether she said it was a bad relationship or not, you end things before beginning something else. And she was already cheating. Essentially, she was already cheating when he was visiting because she was spending all this time with him. And so it's like, can you really expect someone who, while she's in a relationship with somebody else and is spending time and getting to know you and holding hands with you, can you really expect her to be all that honest in other things?
I mean, the way that I look at it is like sometimes, guys are, pursuers, right? So they want to, even though that is a situation, guys, even with, I believe her being in a relationship, it really didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? If a guy usually goes out with somebody or seeing somebody, they're really going to go about saying like, hey, I really like this chick. I'm gonna show her that she could be with me. That's not a thing, Steve. I mean, that's a guy thing, right? Right.
I mean, that can be a woman thing too. I've known women that only hunt husbands. Husband hunting is what they don't look to find a new good man. They look to find your good man.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that is a thing. I mean, it is something that even most men that consider themselves hunters and go out and get it, they know they have to have a woman to get a new woman.
Oh wow!
So that's a thing. That is a actual thing.
Okay.
You're not going. I don't know how much I could actually say of the same.
Okay.
You're not gonna get if you ain't got no hoes. You can't pull no hoes if you ain't got no hoes.
Well, I mean, I can't speak for that, but I can say I believe that women fall in love a little slower than men. Like men know fairly quickly whether or not they are attracted to the woman to the point where it's like, I can see myself with them. Because men are visual. Women, we fall in love slower because we have to be stimulated mentally and emotionally in order to really attach. Like we can do the physical a lot of times, but if you can't keep us latched on mentally and emotionally, then it's essentially disposable. The next good that comes around, we can make that change.
I understand that. So would y'all even would you dismiss the fact that like it was an early childhood crush? Like, so can you dismiss that fact as well? I mean, it's not. So
why was it? I'm sorry. Why was it never? Why do you think that it was never acted on? If this person could. I mean, because we're hypothetically going here right now.
Right.
Because if we're going by this was a crush and this and that, we're taking the extra steps. But Craig, it seemed like like the steps that went into this. Like hypothetically, what happened to stop the crush from ever pursuing the first time?
The way the way that I understand it, it was that the guy moved away to another state.
Okay.
So all that stuff that
well, that's right. You did it. Well, yeah. It does say he was visiting, so that makes sense. That maybe they were in the one place at the same time, and then
good cover.
We love her for that.
Craig was sweating for a minute. I saw Craig was, we're going to edit this part out. But Craig was like, geez, they almost cat on to me.
No, so that's what it was. It was a lot of, and actually from what I understand
his own hole.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a story that I am familiar with.
Go ahead, Greg Digger.
It was was very.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Craig. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
It was very nostalgic feeling of seeing that girl again.
So, question. Since we say childhood crush, people consider childhood different time periods. Was there possibly sexual contact then, or no? No.
I was about to say.
If there was no intimate contact then, how could you be like, oh, I really love this person and I want to move in with them? Can I take over, Craig?
Can I take over?
Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead.
Like, granted, there is physical... just threw me completely off.
But when you, as a guy, it's certain thing, and when a person still kind of looks the way that they used to look to a certain extent, and they like, as I said before, you still jiggle kind of how you used to jiggle. It's like, and it's so in a man's mind. Or in his other mind, because sometimes that other one can think for you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, I never did.
But yeah, so again, I'm gonna reiterate. I lying to me is like a no-go in a relationship. And even if, like you said, even if a person is like, you know what, to smooth things over at this moment, I know that in this particular moment, if they know this bit of information, it's going to be a lot bigger than what it is. And so they're like, you know what, let me divulge certain bits of information slowly. That's one thing. Mm-hmm. But it's a totally different thing to tell a complete untruth. And to say, I haven't seen him, I haven't talked to him, he just let me go. But then you have a picture in your phone of him, a recent picture of your phone and of him, like in your phone of him. Like, and it doesn't even make sense, the excuse that she gave of he came over to ask me to take a picture of him for his daughter. Like, what? That's not even a reasonable lie right there, because you don't have any friends. You don't have any family members that could take this picture. There's nobody else.
Yeah, I would have to have stopped that right there.
Like, we ask strangers on the street to take pictures for us if we're going out and we don't have somebody to take a picture for us. So why would he need to make a trip to her house or wherever she was at to take that picture? Like,
here's the strange thing. So much stuff that happens in your day-to-day life, when it sounds like a lie, it's normally the truth. Can you believe the audacity? But I would have been like, no, bro.
Nah.
I'm sending you packing because no one's going to believe this story right here. It's like when you wake up, when you've been partying all night with your boys, and you come home and your woman is, you was with another chick. It's like, well, I'd rather go with that than tell you I was just playing the game all night and just having fun with my boys. I'd rather have you think that, because no one's going to believe that I was out with my boys having a great time.
That's not a good analogy. That is not a good analogy at all.
I can't even co-sign on that.
Right, exactly.
Most of the time, y'all are not gonna believe.
Whatever. I don't know what kind of women you're dealing with, but most sane women would believe. Most of us that have our minds
are not gonna believe that you was out with your boys.
You must have been picking up them stragglers from the Georgia insane asylums that got closed down, okay? Because
that's why you're here now.
Why are you lying?
That's why you're here now, because those centers closed down.
Hold up. What?
So Steve, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Steve. So my question to you, if I had to ask a question on her behalf. So let's just say you have a temper.
Who has a temper? She has a temper?
You have a temper.
Oh, okay.
If this was you, hypothetically, right? So
I'm just saying.
And when all this came out, she said, like, I thought.
Don't hit me.
That. No. She thought that if she was to say something that the guy and the both the guys would like get together and like fight.
That's something that.
Now, would you buy that if she said that to you? If would you buy as a dude? Would you buy that? Like saying, because you have to understand it's sort of new. You're kind of learning one another. I'm just giving it to Steve's side. I see the look on your face.
I know. Go ahead.
Would you
Steve.
buy that, Steve, as a thing, saying, look, I know you. You would probably want to go over there and like jump on this dude or fight him, and all this stuff. I was trying to keep the peace and just try to let it go like that. Is that a thing?
I could say yes, especially if she's got. But they haven't kept in contact in a long time. So how would she know that he has a temper, though? But if she knows him, yeah, I could see her saying, yeah, I know he's got a temper. He's got a temper. Well, everybody's got a temper technically, but like I know he wants to fight. He'll want to fight. So let me kind of. But once again, my whole thing is you got to get in front of this stuff before you can't keep it going for a long time.
Okay.
Right.
I could be on board with what you're saying if this was like a one-time deal, right? If this was a one-time he called me or one time he just popped up at my place. If it was just the one time, I could be like, okay, I can see why she would be like, I don't want to like rock the boat, okay? But the fact that it happened multiple times and she didn't put him in his place on that first time lets me know that there is a deeper issue there. Like obviously the communication
was 10
to
years,
the point. Though. Right,
yes,
but obviously the communication between them after the breakup was so in depth that he felt comfortable enough to pop up and ask her to take a picture. Because there's no way that if the breakup was like cut and dry, would he feel comfortable just showing up asking for a picture?
Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, it was a situation where he could have. Let's just say, like maybe a hospital. Like maybe something like that, or like something like that.
Was like somebody put in the hospital?
Wait, what? Who was in the hospital? What are we talking about now?
So now it's kind of like,
like
who got put in the hospital? I'm gonna put you in the hospital. Let me tell you something. You're gonna take this goddamn picture. You gonna take this damn picture, girl.
Oh my gosh.
She was sick in the hospital.
Okay, she was sick in the hospital and he came and asked for her to take a picture of him. That still does not make
why would you ask well, you know what? Maybe that's why she's like, I gotta be done with this dude. I'm on my deathbed and he's talking about take a picture of him.
But and again, how did he know that she was in the hospital? Like she had to call or text him and be like, "I'm in the hospital." But if
if a lot of times you can't change that information. If you've put that person your next of kin.
Okay.
They will go ahead, and even if you and that person are not even married anymore, they will still notify that person.
Exactly.
Okay. Now that scenario is making a little more sense. I get what you're saying. If he was down as the emergency contact, and they reached out to him, I can give you that. I guess.
I mean, but I'm still not showing up at your. Oh yeah, you look. You look like you can hold a camera.
Well, I mean, so 10 years. So when you're 10 years in, I mean, you expect this, right? Like, so if
I still don't expect this in 10 years.
Well, hold on. So what it seems like to me is like the guy is asking her, like, hey, has he reached out? So he's expecting it because they're in a long-term relationship, and it's kind of surprising that she's saying that he's not. So that's the reason that you have to like look at the relationship and say, you know what, hey, like what's really going on? Is he really letting her go like this, or is something more going at it? And is it easy? It's easy to sit up here and break it off. You know what I mean? And I see that part about it too. I can see like, look, you don't lie to me, I don't lie to you. But it's also a thing that you can also understand that somebody could say, I was just protecting the new situation because I don't want these two dudes, you know what I'm saying? So, let me slowly finish this guy off because he's gonna reach out. Like after 10 years, they're gonna reach out. Is that too much?
Finish the guy
Hold up,
off.
finish the guy off. Now that could go one of two ways.
Well,
That's either let me finish this guy off,
It could be
or let me finish this guy off.
Okay, so I wasn't the only one going there.
I heard it when I said it. I was like,
I done messed up.
Oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
Okay.
But yeah, so I saw it both ways, and so
You did? Really?
Well, even Sunday. So I saw it both ways, and I took it as the latter. That like
The
she was
latter?
more or less.
This was
The ladder? That was the ladder. So obviously it was a third. There was a third. And it wasn't finish this guy off. And it wasn't finish this guy off. It was finish this up.
The relationship.
Finish this up.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you for being an adult, finding the road to adulthood. Make it seem like this is my story.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I still don't agree with the fact that she lied. I mean, I will.
Lying is definitely a relationship killer.
Absolutely.
well, let's plain and simple. Let's talk about lying. Period. Like we lie. This is a lie. That's a lie. Well,
What? I'm
Craig,
real. I am not AI.
you're a lie from the chest up. Right?
Right. He is alive from the chest up.
Once you get up,
Really the chest up.
and everybody sees that you're not professional when you walk across.
I am professional. What y'all
from the top. From the top. But we all have a certain presentation, and we all have a certain representative that we put on the streets, and
Absolutely.
that is not. I mean, those expectations to keep that up constantly for that person. As men, we kind of fall in love with that representation, and we don't want it to change when it comes to a woman. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. She's so kind, and she's so all the time. She's laughing at my jokes, and we're just having a great time. And then further as things go on, she starts leaking out, and then it's like, okay, I'm comfortable now. I can start saying, and I can start doing. Your jokes ain't that funny, Fred. So it's
Right.
you can start saying more things, and in that time, it's like, our relationship ain't the same. I don't know what happened. It's a lot of stuff is representation, and which is a kind of a lie, but it's something that we do as people.
What you're describing is it sounds like a honeymoon stage. Like
The honeymoon stage,
Yes.
which is
That's
not
completely-
real.
I mean, but that's different though. That's different than actually saying the lie. Like
I mean, right.
And a lot of people want to. What I'm
then-
getting at is a lot of people want to keep that going. A lot of people want to keep. They don't want it to end, and I don't blame them.
The honeymoon
But,
phase or the lie?
the
Okay.
honeymoon phase.
Gotcha.
So to keep the honeymoon phase going, you created this lie to keep that honeymoon phase going, and once again, keep somebody away from that chained up, barred room where the lie is, where all the lie is. Not half of the lie, all of the lie. So you just kind of keeping people away from that room.
Well, again, so without sitting up there not knowing, everything's going on, that would be assuming, that the lie is the lie, like she is being with him behind, she is still sleeping with him. She's still like doing all that stuff. That would be the thing. Right? If you want to like hold that lie, are we still in the same space of saying that maybe she just didn't want these two guys to fight or get together or know, or even more specifically, maybe she was just like trying to, what's the word? Not adjust, but just try to um, dissuade the old relationship from being
I
messed up
think
the
more
new
of that.
relationship.
I
Yeah.
think more of like
To me,
you're
she was
trying to
doing
dissolve it,
things.
but it's not dissolving fast enough. You're
Right.
trying to get rid of the body, but the body refuses to dissolve fast enough in the acid of the tub that you're trying to put it in. And then,
Right.
oh, I'm sorry.
What? Jeffrey Dahmer? Okay. What the?
Breaking Bad. That was a scene from Breaking Bad.
That's very dark of you.
Right.
That was a scene from Breaking Bad.
Right. I mean, but to me, she was doing things to instigate the possibility of there being confrontation between you two. The fact that conversation was continuing. Like I said, if it just happened one time where it was like he called or text and then she put him in his place, that's one thing. But obviously it wasn't a one-time thing. It was a continuous communication. And so if the confrontation was going to happen, it was because she was not setting boundaries. She was not being honest. That is what would make y'all or them.
This whole time, y'all, we have all been messing up, by the way.
I know. That's what would make the situation become volatile. So, I mean, if she has a problem setting boundaries, then that's a problem. And it seems like she isn't able to set boundaries, and it seems like she is repeating toxic habits by not being honest. And then
Now,
man is just smitten over puppy love.
I mean, if it has moved forward, if we're assuming that it's moved forward, my whole concern would mainly be, once again, my unsolicited concern would be, is history going to repeat itself?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing on her end. Like, I just wouldn't want you not to the guy not to see the signs, and then at the same time you don't want to overly do something because that could ruin things. You constantly nitpicking and constantly trying to find things, and if this person has a knack to, what was the word you used? You said
dishonest?
Not dishonest. You were saying
dysfunction?
A habit of finding dysfunction, or
oh yeah,
like thriving on dysfunction. Like that person, he too could like keep striking the match against the gasoline. Hey, what about this? What about this? So those are all, it's the same as when a person cheats and you accept that person back. It's like, are you actually forgiving them and you're moving forward? Or are you constantly going to be like, who's that? Who you on the phone with? Okay, who's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? That's not actual forgiveness and moving on. That's, you just didn't feel like moving on. So, I mean, just things to keep in mind, I would say, for this couple. Don't overdo it, but don't, if you're moving forward with it, don't overdo it, but don't ignore it either. So.
Is there any more questions we should probably think about with this situation, or can we give our final thoughts?
I mean, yeah, we can go final thoughts. That's fine.
Final
what are your
thoughts.
final thoughts, Sade?
Well, my final thoughts are something that I was told a long time ago, and I keep it fresh in my mind because it has always happened to be true. And that is, if somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time. She's shown herself to be dishonest. She has shown herself to be not able to maintain a functional, healthy relationship. And honestly, I kind of get the sense of being a bit self-serving in this situation. The last relationship, even though she was in it for 10 years, wasn't serving her. She was quick to pull out and move on without properly closing that chapter, that leaving two people with the potential of being hurt, both of the men. So she's shown you cards right up front early on. And for the gentleman involved, it's your responsibility to look at the cards and make a wise decision. And in my opinion, a wise decision would be to walk before you get too deep in.
Okay. I get. Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, no one said. Yeah, you didn't say anything. And I'm looking at the gorgeous camera. My final thoughts would be, I guess people just stop getting caught.
What?
Stop getting caught in your lies. If you're telling lies, like I said, get in front of it.
Amen to that.
Get in front of it. Don't sit there and let things spill out. If you know it's a temporary lie, stop it. It's a temporary lie. It's only a Band-Aid over a bullet wound. So you got to go ahead and get in front of it. Let the person know, as they say before they rip off the Band-Aid, let's count 1, 2, just give something. Let somebody know, hey, listen, I still have contact with this person. We had a 10-year relationship, and the body ain't dissolving quickly. So it's still here, it's not going quickly, but me and you, we go. As soon as this disintegrates, me and you, I understand that. You gotta, but you can't keep nothing going long term and think that that's the answer. And, you can't build that foundation like that.
You can't. You say you can't.
No, you can't. Well, I guess maybe you can.
No, I mean, listen, a person has to be extremely forgiving for that to build any kind of foundation. And to me, it's still like a rocky one. It's not a solid, stable foundation.
But it's a new foundation, though. I would take it.
Built in sand.
It's
a new foundation laid in sand.
It was built in sand.
Not an ounce of concrete in sight.
I just said,
be careful.
I'm just saying, hopefully now that you realize that is not the good foundation, now we've wiped the slate clean. And
can the slate ever really be clean, though?
Yes.
Because I feel like the next time a lie happens, it's gonna be right back to in the beginning. In the beginning, there was nothing but lies.
I mean, so my thing on it is, these type of things, we hear about them all the time. We always hear about exes coming back and all these things. We've seen this story. We've heard it. We've seen the movies. I definitely don't believe that, I believe everybody deserves a second chance and sometimes maybe even a third chance, because communication, is definitely a thing. And I believe those things, through communication and understanding, you can always rebuild, any situation. I heard this thing right there, sometimes people have been together, you have to learn how to recycle the coochie, recycle the relationship, recycle everything, and understand. It's a thing. I wrote
that's a man. That's a man that's messed up a lot of times. Right. You talking about I believe just in second chances, 2, 3, quadruple chances.
Well, no, you don't get that.
Oh my gosh.
No, I mean, so this is from my understanding that this seems to be very new, and I think it's understandable that somebody could say like, hey, I didn't want this situation to be that, and I didn't want y'all to, get and stuff like that. And I think if she went that route, I think that could be understandable to move forward. But of course, with all kinds of stipulations in the situation.
Okay.
And one last thing. So my thing to you all, like, would y'all be surprised if they end up together for a long time?
I mean, I would be surprised if it lasted more than 10 years. I mean, that was the course of the last relationship, and so I
See?
think I would be surprised if it is.
I'm always rooting for the positive, but at the same time, I'm also like, you saw that coming.
Right?
But hey, I am one. I'm into the positive. I'm 100% into let's make it work. Let's make it work. Not everything. It's just everything. Just
So I have a question for you, Sada.
Nothing's perfect.
I have a question for you, Sada.
Okay.
I mean, so Sada, so if this is a relationship, like you're in a relationship for a year, I mean, I think your take on the situation would be well founded. But this relationship seems awfully new, like within like 3-4 months.
Run before it gets worse. Because you always see the best of a person up front. Like, I've learned that you see the best of them up front, and things come out more and more later on. And so if this is the best they have to offer, lying, being sneaky and underhanded, I mean, come on now.
I'm into that. Steve?
Aren't we all liars?
No,
aren't we all a little sneaky?
No, we're all not liars. I mean,
don't we all do a little underhanded thing?
Well, hold on.
No.
I mean,
I forgot. She perfect, y'all.
I never said that.
No. But that's what that is.
You never said that.
No.
I'm not a liar.
If you're saying that we don't have that side to us,
I didn't say that. I said I'm not a liar.
No.
I said I'm not a liar.
So you, okay?
I'm not.
I mean, everybody thinks of themselves as good people. Everybody thinks of themselves as, I don't. Even the liars, even the cheaters, even all the beaters and all the you can go to any prison and there's that whole prison. Those folks is talking about, I'm innocent. They got you on camera committing the murder and all the other stuff, but I'm innocent. Because that's how people are. People, no. I'm a good person.
I mean, I don't know.
So we don't necessarily
have a lot of echo.
Is that an echo?
What the heck is the echo from? What's the question? I feel like, was there a question?
I think we're done.
What, we're done?
I think we're done. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think we're done.
Well, thank you for joining us for this episode of No Unsolicited Advice. Once again, remember, go seek professional help elsewhere. We're just shooting opinions, and they're not all stick worthy. So, yeah,
sticky.
Yeah. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment if you have a different opinion from ours. If you agree with ours, comment below. We like to read them. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you for joining us for this episode of No Unsolicited Advice. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you need our opinion on your life's problems, you can email us at advice@nounsolicitedadvice.net. But please do so at your own risk. And until next time, make smart choices.